Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining tonight's Solar for All webinar. This is a 30-minute informational webinar. We have a handful of people still joining in, so please hold for one moment before we get started. We'll give a few more minutes. I see some people are still signing in. Okay. Wonderful. So thanks for joining. My name is Susan B. Young, and I am the Community Marketing Manager at PosiGen. Solar for All Branford is a partnership with the Connecticut Green Bank, PosiGen, and the town of Branford. Our goal is for the Branford residents to go solar and save money. We'll go to the next slide with the agenda.
Ooh, Susan, it's not working at this moment.
Okay, here we go. All righty, thank you, T. George. So just a few housekeeping. So the webinar is being recorded, so you will be able to have access to this webinar for future viewing. All attendees are in listening mode, so you are muted, but we do have the chat feature available, so you can feel free to ask any questions on the chat line. We will have time at the end of this 30-minute webinar to answer any questions, so feel free to definitely submit your questions before the webinar ends. And the QR code, you can also hover your camera over the QR code, and that will take you to our Solar for All Connecticut website. The website link is also here at www.solarforallconnecticut.com. And this is for a free assessment for solar and energy efficiency that you will have access to. So we're about to get started. Let's get started. So tonight you'll be hearing remarks from Eunice Mahler from the town of Branford Solar for All campaign. And then we'll explain what the Solar for All program is, and you will be able to, get information on how you can participate. Make sure we have Eunice unmuted. Okay, one moment.
Hi, can you hear me now, Susan?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Eunice Mahler, and I'm on the Branford Clean Energy Committee. It's an ad hoc committee for the town of Branford. And in 2020, or actually 2019 and 2020, we helped create the 2020 Branford Energy Plan. And Solar for All and going to solar energy on housetops in Branford is part of Branford's goal of using 100% renewable energy by 2040. So we have connected and partnered with Solar for PosiGen with their Solar for All campaign and with the Connecticut Green Bank. And the three entities together, we created this outreach campaign that you are now going to listen to from PosiGen.
Wonderful. So the Solar for All Branford campaign, actually we launched in April of this year, and the program originally was to end the end of October, but with the success of the program, we decided to continue and do an extension until the end of this month. So again, the partnership is with the town of Branford, PosiGen, and the Connecticut Green Bank. It's a community supported initiative, and we're able to reach all homeowners in the town of Branford. So our mission is to bring solar energy and energy efficiency to reduce barriers for all homeowners so that they will be able to reduce their household energy consumption. For the entire state of Connecticut, we have over 4,000 families that have participated or participated in the Solar for All program. An average saving is annual about $1,000 per year. And solar and energy efficiency is combined, and that what makes the savings really so critical, because my motto is it does not matter how many panels are on a roof. If there is no energy efficiency, if you're losing the conditioned air, then normally, you will not see as much of a savings. So what PosiGen does, next slide, T. What PosiGen does, we couple solar and energy efficiency together, and that is how we're able to maximize the savings. So PosiGen Solar for All actually got started in 2011 back in New Orleans after Katrina, and the owner of the company, Tom Nehard, wanted to make a positive financial impact on the lives of all homeowners. So our Bridgeport office opened in 2015, and I have to say that I proudly am one of the first homeowners that went solar with PosiGen at that time. Just a little bit of backstory. I had looked into solar with another company. I was told that I needed $30,000 in order to have solar panels, and needless to say that at that time just was not going to happen. And shortly after that, I heard about PosiGen coming to town and looked into the program, liked what I saw, and it was so, such a tremendous value that after reaching out to PosiGen and having my panels installed, and I saw the savings, I again reached out to them and told them they got to hire me, because I mean, more families need to, get in on this benefit. So I have been with the company now for over 6 years, but I've had my panels, for just about as long. So definitely. So again, we pair solar power and energy efficiency together. And, this definitely has no money down, no credit requirement. And I'm sure T will talk more about the savings guarantee and the offering. Next slide. One moment. I know there seems to be a little bit of lag. That's okay. So while that's coming through again, no money down, no credit required, and solar is available to everyone. Hence the term solar for all.
There we go.
Okay, wonderful. So what it is, we make energy and we save energy. And by pairing these powerful combination together, we're able to maximize the benefit for every single family. And with that, I will turn over to T.
All right. Thank you, Susan. And thank you all for joining the Solar for All webinar with Branford. So how does solar work? A lot of people, it's pretty simple, but a lot of people actually wonder how it works. Well, here's a nice little picture here. It's real simple. The sun is going to hit your solar panels on your roof. Those solar panels are going to convert the sun's energy to DC electricity. That DC electricity is going to get sent down to an inverter that will actually end up putting right next to your electric meter on your home. The inverter is going to turn that DC electricity to what's called AC electricity, alternating current. That's what we use in our homes. That's what you plug your lights in, and everything goes in that alternating current. What's going to happen there is the AC electricity is then going to go to your main breaker over here, and that's what your house uses, okay? What's going to happen is typically during the summer months, especially when the sun is out longer, it's stronger and the whole bit, the solar system is going to generate more electricity than you're actually going to use. So the question is what happens to that power? That extra power is going to travel through your electric meter and back out to the grid, okay? And it's really pretty simple. When you're not using the solar, in other words, at night or whatever, you're going to be able to pull some of that electricity back, but you're always going to be hooked up to the grid no matter what. You can kind of consider the grid as your backup. When the panels aren't producing, you're going to be getting solar or electricity from the grid. Listen, at the end of the day, the solar electricity is basically cheaper, less expensive than what you can buy from the grid. So basically, that's how you save some money. This program is not a matter of how much it's going to cost you, but rather a matter of how much it's going to save. So that's pretty much how solar works. Let's hit the next slide. Susan talked a little bit about energy efficiency. Okay. Energy efficiency is included in the program. There's no added fees, costs, or anything. It's all included. Why do we include energy efficiency? It's simple. We want to further reduce the amount of energy your home uses. You know how your electric bill is, right? The more you use, the more you pay. The less you use, the less you pay. Well, if energy efficiency is going to lower the amount of energy you use, you're going to pay less. If you pay less, it means you're saving more. It's pretty simple. A lot of people don't realize it, but the average home loses a huge amount of energy through air leaks, call them drafts. Okay, so what we do is we send our certified engineers to your home. They're going to perform an energy audit, and they're actually going to install energy efficiency upgrades that are specifically tailored to your home's needs, right? What they do is they're going to come in and they're going to identify where all those leaks are, okay? And then they are going to make the improvements that's going to provide the greatest amount of savings for you, right? This is going to make your home more comfortable and more affordable, which is basically going to mean you're going to have lower energy bills. You can take a look here at some of the common sources of leakage: windows, doors, ceilings, recessed lighting. There's a whole bunch of them here. At the end of the day, tightening up your home not only reduces the amount of electricity you use, let's think of it this way. In the summertime, if you got air conditioning, your bills spike up. The whole idea is to keep that expensive air conditioning in your home where it belongs and not just flying out of the little drafts and leaks and all that stuff. The good news is it's also going to keep that expensive oil and gas heat in your house as well. So you're not only saving on electricity, but you're going to be saving on your heat as well. So it's kind of a win-win, right? At the end of the day, keeping that expensive heat and that expensive electricity in your home is going to mean you use less electricity, which means you're going to save more. So energy efficiency is definitely a second way that we're going to help you save some money on your energy bills. So when most people think about solar, they think about savings, right? And yeah, with solar, you are going to save. What's great about our program is with solar, your savings is actually going to grow over time. So how does that work? So take a look at this chart, right? There's a couple of options here. This line here that's going up, slightly sloping up, it says United Illuminating and Eversource, right? Their rates, their average right around 22 cents. You can either pay that, this is what you're paying now, And we know what inflation hits utility rates, right? Everybody's complaining their electric bills are going higher and higher and higher. So over time, if you don't put solar on your roof, your bills are going to keep going higher and higher and higher and higher, right? This is 10 cents a kilowatt hour, 20, 30, 40, 50. Inflation hits you every single day. With PosiGen and the Solar for All program, right, you're going to have a fixed rate for your electricity. Typically, it's in the neighborhood of 15 cents per kilowatt hour. So your choice is really simple. You can put solar on your roof with PosiGen and the Solar for All program with Branford. And you can pay right around 15 cents a kilowatt hour fixed for 20 years, budget certainty, having your savings grow over time, or you can choose to stay with the utility and keep paying more. Whoopsie. Sorry about that. Keep paying more over time. The reason why solar is one of the fastest growing industries in the country, if not the world, is because people always choose to pay less. It's a win-win. It's beautiful. So let's go over to the next slide. Let's talk about some of the key features of the program. Pretty easy bullet points here. This is an affordable 20-year lease. You've got your choice. For the next 20 years, you can pay less and go with solar, or you can basically pay more and stay with the utility. People are choosing to pay less. We like to say if your home qualifies, you qualify. What does that mean? If your home gets like 4+ hours, you're going to qualify, which means there's no minimum credit score requirements and there's no minimum income requirements, right? Super important now with COVID, I'm sure. No down payment. There's nothing to buy here. So there's no $2,000, $3,000, or like Susan said, $30,000.
Oh, yeah.
There's no down payment, no upfront cost, no nothing. Okay. Zippo. The price that you're going to pay for your electricity is fixed for 20 years. That's 240 monthly payments that are going to be lower than what you're paying now. PosiGen has got 5 system sizes to meet your various energy needs. Listen, at the end of the day, we're going to send our engineers to your home. We're going to design a system that's going to match your home's needs, specifically for your home. Save more money with custom energy efficiency services. We talked about the energy efficiency services. It's all about reducing the amount of electricity you use. You use less, you pay less. You save more. This last one, golden. Installation, that's not on there, but installation, maintenance, and monitoring is all included. This is a turnkey installation where basically at the end of the day, to get the savings that we're going to be talking about, because that's really what we're doing. We're offering you a great savings on your energy bills. You know what you got to do for that? Poof, nothing. Solar panels do all the work. They convert the electricity, right? And they make the electricity cheaper than you could buy it from the utility. We do all the maintenance repairs, the installation, we monitor it, we do everything. At the end of the day, you get the savings, we do all the work. It's really as simple as that. So that's pretty much the features. Let's talk about what happens next, right? So basically what happens next is, first of all, if you're interested, right? And Susan's going to talk to you about this on the next slide. If you're interested and you like what you hear and you want to see how much money your roof can save you with solar, we're going to invite you to set up a free consultation. We'll tell you all about what solar can do for your home. Okay. Once we set up that appointment, we're going to take a look at satellite imaging. We're going to do an assessment on your home. We're going to develop a solar system specifically for your needs. We're going to talk to you about the savings. Okay, we'll review the whole program and the whole bit. Typically, these things end, to be honest with you, 1 of 2 ways, right? Listen, if it's not a good fit, no worries. Our job is to simply tell you all about the program, show you the design, and show you how much money you can save. But if it is a good fit, right, and you want to move forward, we're going to go forward to the next steps and help you get that solar on your roof so you could start saving as soon as possible. Once that happens, you go to the next steps. It's really simple. We go to the town, we file for a permit, the town issues a permit. Boom, we give you guys a call. We go to number 3. We schedule an appointment, we come and install the solar panels on your roof. It's easy. Probably will take a half a day. Usually, definitely less than a day. Once the panels are up on your roof and installed, we then have to go to the town and to the utility and get it inspected. This is for safety reasons. We want to make sure that, you know, everything is installed properly and safely and meets all the town codes and the building permits and the whole bit. Once it's inspected, the utility is going to come. We're going to call you up. They're going to come. They're going to set up an appointment, and they're going to put on a new electric meter on your home. Okay. That electric meter is going to spin. Basically, the one you have now goes forwards. And it's going forwards. That's like money out of your pocket, right? That's how you're buying electricity from the grid. When you start generating more electricity than you use, this meter can go backwards. Okay. That is going to register the amount of electricity that you're selling back to the grid. It's pretty simple. Once that meter is on, about a week or so is going to go by. You're going to get a call. They're going to say, hey, Mr. Homeowner, we're going to turn you on. The day that system gets turned on, you start saving money. It's really as simple as that. Like I said, if you're interested in learning more, sign up for an appointment, and one of the residential energy specialists will come by. They'll tell you all about it. And what I'm going to do now is say thank you very much, and I'm going to pass it up to Susan. She'll wrap it up and tell you how to move forward with the appointment. Susan, it's all yours.
Great. Good job, T. George. Thank you so much. Okay, everyone. So on the screen, you will see our QR code. Feel free to hover your phone, your camera over that, and that will take you to our information page where you can learn more about the Solar for All campaign. And you can also, on that same site, register to get a free home assessment. My information is also on the screen along with T. George and Eunice Mahler. You can contact either one of us, but definitely the easiest way is to set up a free consultation, free home assessment by going through whether you do the www.solarforallconnecticut.com. And again, Connecticut is spelled out, or you hover your phone over the QR code. Just a little bit of information that I do want to put in is that I know it's the end of the year, and come 2022, there will be, a lot of changes going on in the solar industry. And even for us here at PosiGen, we know that we will be transitioning to a new program. We will have all that information at in about 2 weeks, or at the end of the year, when all of the information and all the details have been rolled out. But definitely going solar is a no-brainer, whether you do this year or 2 weeks, or 2 weeks from now when the new programs are out. It's really, the bottom line remains the same. With PosiGen, we do have a savings guarantee, and energy efficiency is always included. So that is going to be a no change. And again, it's a no-brainer. So I don't know if we have any questions.
We have 2 questions, Susan.
Okay.
One's in the chat from John, and one's in the Q&A from Brenda. Oh, and Linda. Now there's 3 questions.
And
Okay.
actually, Eunice, we've got a few more questions as well. Like the PosiGen team has been taking on some of them, and I'm more than happy to read some of them out to give Susan and T an opportunity to answer them. If we go in order, I can ask the question to give T and Susan a bit of time to answer them, but I'll also give the answer that has been written to the question. So the first question was asked, who pays for the energy upgrades and installs in the home? The given response, the energy efficiency upgrades are included when you go through the process of having your home assessed. The second question, is the homeowner able to install batteries to absorb the excess solar energy and act as a generator when the whole grid goes offline in a storm, etc.? The given answer was absolutely. PosiGen is able to quote battery backups for your home depending on the availability in your region. A PosiGen solar specialist can create a custom assessment for you and your home. Third question, are the homeowner monthly payments, how are the homeowner monthly payments determined? The given answer, the custom assessment will determine the best design and fit for your home's consumption and solar production. Every home is different, as well as every homeowner's consumption. One of the third question that I thought was very, very interesting before we get into some of the rapid fire was around a home's value and the assessed damages that may come from the installation of the roof. PosiGen makes and manages all repairs done to a roof if there are damages during installation. That rarely happens. Sometimes it does. But if there are any issues with the solar panel system or with the solar panel system, PosiGen maintains the solar panel system at no additional cost to the homeowner. If there are any other answers that Susan or T would like to give back.
Okay, I would like to just chime in. Thank you so much, Rita. That was terrific. I just wanted to chime in on the question regarding battery, and I think you rightly said it, that it depends on the region. I know we are in multiple states, so some states have a further rollout of the battery, but Connecticut, we're still pretty much just kind of putting things together. So we will definitely be tabling that just for, a short period of time until all of the that gets worked through. But I'm glad you had mentioned, Ruta, that it definitely depends on the region, but that is something that's coming down in the pipeline. Yes.
I'd like
So,
to
Susan,
add, I'd like to add to the battery component, Susan. It looks to me like that battery component in terms of when it's going to be available should be available mid to late January, I believe.
Okay, well, we're still fine, it's kind of, it's really January is a transition period for the entire solar industry. So there's multiple layers, that's being sorted out now, and we just want to make sure that everything is, when it's rolled out, it's really, been done, in the right time, and in terms of, making sure that we have all the bandwidth to do everything that needs to be done. So definitely thank you for chiming in on that. And I think Ruta had said it greatly, it depends on the region. I know we only have 2 more minutes. Eunice, were you saying something as well?
yes, John has questions in the chat. His first one is, what are the upfront costs to the homeowner?
If you could see, my hand is 0, but T, I'll let you go ahead on that one.
Yeah, Zippo. There are no upfront costs. Okay, there's nothing to buy. There's no upfront cost. You don't start paying for the electricity until after the system is actually turned on. So there are 0 upfront costs. There's no down payments. There's no upfront costs. It's like Susan said,
It's Zippo. And just to add to that too, definitely when it comes to the energy efficiency piece, because that is done prior to being activated, families will see the benefit on their gas, or if they have the propane or whatever they use for a heating source, because you're not paying anything until your system is activated. And definitely, in respect of time, please feel free to continue reaching out with any other questions. And we are definitely going to still, go through them and answer them. And again, please reach out to myself, T. George, or Eunice at the information that's on your screen currently, or I would certainly encourage everyone on the call to take a moment and use your camera phone to hover over the QR code and, just to get more personalized information on how, to go forward in the next step. With that, I do want to say thank you, everyone, for this 30-minute informational webinar. And I look forward to answering more questions. please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.